Never stop reading the Bible. We're about to jump into a really powerful story of transformation right out of the book of Daniel, chapters 3 and 4. It's this incredible account of one of history's most powerful kings and, well, his collision with a force that was way, way bigger than him.
And that really brings us to the big question for today, doesn't it? What happens when you have the immovable object of a king's ego meeting the unstoppable force of divine power? Let's unpack this through the amazing story of King Nebuchadnezzar.
So to really get a handle on the king's wild journey, you first have to understand the massive scale of his power. And yeah, his pride. Okay, so the king issues a decree, and it is absolute. He puts up this enormous golden statue and then commands every single official in his kingdom to bow down and worship it. The message here is crystal clear. Your loyalty to me and to my idol has to be total. And the punishment for anyone who dares to disobey, a truly terrible death in a fiery furnace. I mean, the stakes just could not be any higher. Now, this is where things start to get really interesting. The king's absolute authority is about to get a major challenge, not from some rival army or a political scheme, but from the quiet conviction of just 3 guys.
And this sets up a direct clash of wills. You've got the king's ultimatum on one side, bow down or burn, simple as that. But on the other side, you have the unwavering faith of 3 friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who just flat out declare that their God will deliver them.
The king is absolutely enraged. I mean, his authority has just been publicly questioned, and his reaction is just pure fury. He doesn't just order them into the furnace. No, he commands that it be heated up 7 times hotter than normal. This isn't just about an execution anymore. This is a spectacle of absolute, terrifying power. So what happens next is nothing short of a miracle. The 3 men are tossed into these superheated flames, and they just don't burn. They walk right out, completely untouched. We're talking no scorched clothes, not a single hair singed, not even the smell of smoke on them. The king's ultimate power to destroy was just made completely useless.
Nebuchadnezzar is just stunned, you could imagine. He immediately starts praising the God of these 3 men, admitting there's a power out there greater than his own. He even promotes them to higher positions. So it really seems like, okay, lesson learned.
But you have to wonder, how deep did that lesson actually go? You know, seeing a miracle is one thing, but truly changing your heart is another. The king got a little glimpse of humility, but his pride, oh, that was far from gone. And that's the key question here, isn't it? Did that whole fiery furnace ordeal really change the king's heart for good? Or was it just a moment of shock and awe? Well, it turns out Nebuchadnezzar is about to get a second lesson. And this one is going to be a lot more personal. The story picks up with a prophetic dream about this huge tree, which represents the king himself, being chopped down. Daniel interprets the pretty grim message. The king's power is going to be stripped away from him because of his pride. But here's the crucial detail. It wasn't immediate. The king was given a full 12 months, like a grace period, to think about it and maybe change his ways. Spoilers. He didn't. And what happens next is one of the most shocking reversals of fortune in the whole story. And it leads to the king's final and most profound transformation. So at the end of that year, while he's literally boasting about the great kingdom he built, the prophecy comes true in an instant. The contrast is just staggering. One moment, he's this all-powerful king in his royal palace. The next, he's driven out into the fields to live like an animal. It was a complete and total humbling. But the story doesn't stop there. After that prophesied time of humbling was over, his sanity and his kingdom were both given back to him. And get this, his greatness actually became even larger than it was before. But this time, and just listen to the king's own words here, the pride is totally gone. The boasting has vanished. Instead of giving himself all the glory, he now praises the King of Heaven, finally recognizing that true power and justice come from somewhere else. His transformation is finally complete.
Which kind of leaves us with this final thought to chew on. Nebuchadnezzar's story really forces us to ask, what's the true source of greatness? Is it about the power you can grab and hold over other people? Or is it found in the humility you gain when you recognize there's a power far greater than yourself?
This explainer was brought to you by the Center Studio.